Welcome everyone to the latest Just Wonderful podcast. Once again, I'm Smith Garvin, joined again by Alex Javante.
Shop, aka Chewie. You can call me
Uh,
Alex, though. My friends call me
yeah,
Alex. You can call me Alex.
yeah, that's assuming you want to be friends with him. Well, I guess we've both been kind of busy, what with everything going on, but still had the opportunity to play a few things. That said, I haven't really played anything new, but I'll get to me in a little bit. What if you played anything new?
Um, Maxwell got me Brave New World.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on his channel he put up a little thing of us playing it.
What exactly is that? I don't think I've ever heard
It's
of it.
the expansion to Civilization.
Oh, okay,
The one that
yes,
like
yes.
emphasizes late game stuff and culture and all that.
Yeah, is it with the expansion that you can win by like you having religion and stuff?
That's in Gods and Kings.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, the religion, everything affects your culture victory now.
Okay,
It's pretty
okay.
much you take over by being so influential in the world
And
that every civilization is pretty much yours.
have you won doing that yet or
Yes, because that's the only
Oh.
way I win. I'm only good at cultural victories.
You've never won through military force or political intrigue?
I got close at political intrigue, but I forgot that city states have a vote.
And
So a lot
have
of the civilizations liked me, but there was one civilization where every city state liked them. So it'd be
oh,
like
so
5 votes for Alex and 18 votes for Monza. Uh, damn it. So
Did
I just
you yeah, you just
finished my
start
culture
over.
victory.
Okay. Yeah, because I remembered hearing about that. I didn't know it was called Brave New World though. So,
It's
been
all about
doing
being
anything?
hedonistic and doing drugs, and it's great. It's not,
Yeah, that's how you win with a cultural victory.
yeah, the hedonistic pleasure palaces. France.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. The hedonistic pleasure palaces of France.
I think in the one I'm playing with Maxwell, I'm Portugal.
Of course, even though you hate
Well,
Portugal.
we decided to choose our ancestry, so Maxwell's China.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that was
I,
fun.
I was just remember. Yeah.
I'm like he made cities like right next to each other because he had to deal with barbarians.
Do you have to deal with any big problems, or are you just being Portugal?
I'm surrounded by city states, so I pretty much
Oh,
deal with
so
them. Like I'm balancing like them liking me and stuff.
and you're just trying to get a leg up on Maxwell, I'm guessing.
Well, like if I go east on the map, if I just like get a boat or make a city on like oh no, yeah, I can make other cities. So if I make another city there, and just get a boat and go over, I can just be right on Maxwell's territory
Do
because
you
the
have
world is
any?
round. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's a bad idea because he's all heavy military and stuff, and I'm just like, would you like some art pieces?
So this will be interesting, to see if you can actually,
Win.
yeah, using your culture. Because does he ever win using culture, or is he military force? And
I don't think he's ever won.
yeah, oh, okay. So
He
maybe
doesn't seem to
that's
have like a general strategy going into this. But yeah, so I played that. I've I have had Hotline Miami for a while, but I just started playing it.
and
I
thoughts.
enjoy it thoroughly.
Is it the drive of
Yeah, it is the drive
yeah.
of video games. There's just about as much character development.
You mean I drive and that's it?
Pretty much.
Essentially.
I'm
Yeah.
on chapter 7 or 5,
Yeah,
and I think there's not much.
I watched playthroughs of that game and I was just like, man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
But
I like the segments where you're talking to the three guys in the masks.
yeah, those are, I don't know, this the whole game just has this really unnerving quality about it.
Yeah, it's not what I expected going into it.
What were you expecting?
Like a GTA type game.
Oh, like a quirky GTA type game.
Yeah, Like original GTA.
Instead of
Drive the video game.
Drive or Only God Forgives.
Yeah, exactly.
Just it has that same atmosphere.
I was I think I still like it because it's ridiculously like you have to be really precise in all your actions or you die and you have to do the whole stupid thing all over again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really enjoy that, and I like I just did the biker boss. He has like a biking helmet
Uh-huh.
and like a cleaver, and I at first I always wear the mask where you have Fists of Fury.
Uh-huh.
So I was wearing that, and I run in and I see him, so I just charge him to punch him in the face, and of course he has a cleaver and he just kills me. So then like he does this thing where he'll be following you around and he'll try and lunge at you.
Uh-huh.
So he did that, and I figured, I just had to punch him after he lunges. So I tried that, and he just cuts me in half. And I tried like, okay, I have to wait after the second one, and then he cut me in half after the second one, and I noticed he throws his knife. And then like I was like, I said wait till he throws his knife. So I skillfully dodge it and run up to punch him, but I was too close to where the knife was. So he just ran up, picked it up, and killed me. And I was just sitting there going, God damn it!
I picture you doing that.
And then I finally figured out you have to wait for him to throw it into a wall. Then he'll go up to it and try to pull it out of the wall.
And you have a free reign to attack him. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think you're supposed to use the golf club. I ended up using a golf club instead of my bare fists.
Is that so? Of course, you haven't beaten it yet, but you're thoroughly enjoying it. And anything else with you?
Continued the Just Wonderful Crew Sims game. We're all teenagers now.
Oh, awesome! What are the developments in that? Is anyone dead?
My guy's like a nerd, and your guy and Max's guy bully me.
Uh-huh.
And our caretaker Barnaby Stromboli seems to just ignore us. All he does is work out all day.
Didn't you say that you totally expected him to just raise us when we were children and then forget about us?
Pretty much, but he's been ignoring us since childhood, so. And he just works out all day. Nelson's character is the only one of us that seems to be socially making it.
Oh, why? Wow.
He has a whole bunch of friends that he invites over all the time, and they see our little shit shack, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And they see Barnaby Stromboli just on the porch working out.
Well, do we have any like what are our dreams and stuff?
I think my guy's like developed evil on his own.
You mean like the mere notion of evil?
No, like the trait evil.
Okay.
Because when you're a kid, you only have like 2 to 4 traits, and as you grow up, you get more.
Yeah.
So I gave us like all our key traits, like, you're inappropriate. Max is angry.
I'm inappropriate.
Yes, you're very inappropriate. I put Nelson as couch potato.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what I put for mine.
But Nelson turned into the social butterfly of the group.
Yeah, because he just like the traits he's developed in time have just been like charismatic and all this shit. I got genius, but then I get like loner and all this weird crap.
So Nelson actually is more charismatic than you this time.
Always. But yeah, and you and Max are kind of the same actually, because you both have you're both pretty much angry and inappropriate. And you guys always hang out, and I'm always just inside reading some stupid fucking book.
Because you're a genius.
And I think I also have bookworm, which is weird.
Okay. Why is that weird?
Seems like out of everyone, I think you read the most out of all of us.
Uh-huh.
Max would be up there too. Probably be you, me, and Max, and then Nelson in a ranking of people who read books.
And are we just gonna keep growing up until we're adults?
We die until we die. Yeah. I'm gonna try and move us all into the same house when we have enough money.
Uh-huh.
It's probably gonna be after Barnaby Stromboli dies.
And how old is he at this point?
He's still in the adult age, but he's nearing into old age. And his career choice is professional athlete.
And yet he's our caretaker.
Yep.
You really put the kibosh on Barnaby's dreams.
He's doing both. Because all he has to do is like make sure we have food.
Okay. So
he doesn't really do much beyond that. He
So
leaves us like our learning and
so he
becoming
truly
adults to
is like
ourselves.
so he truly is a laissez-faire caretaker.
Yeah, he just shows up, cooks for us, then goes into the porch and works out. Just today I downloaded Marvel Puzzle Quest Dark Reign.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's like Bejeweled. Yeah,
But
that's it. You the only difference from Bejeweled, I guess to spice it up, is you can control up to 3 little Marvel characters in your party.
uh-huh.
I think you start off with Iron Man and you get Storm.
Is
Mine
it
right now is Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Storm.
is it called Dark Reign because I
I,
don't know.
I can't. It has nothing to do with the Dark Reign series so far.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like, are they using that as like a kind of backdrop for a Bejeweled game?
I mean, it might be. I kind of click over everything really fast, but so far I thought Doctor Doom and Juggernaut.
Was that hard?
Yeah. I mean, it's as hard as a Bejeweled game can get.
Are
It
you?
introduces a little thing though, like when you get jewels off,
Uh,
they go into your little action points. So like, let's say I do a combo where I get rid of 6 blue ones, I'll have 6 blue things to use for my character's abilities,
uh-huh.
and that's how you do damage. You through the combos and through your abilities, you do damage to your opponent, and you're like trying to defeat your opponent.
That's an interesting little twist.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've actually forgotten. I don't even remember if you were any good at Bejeweled games to begin with.
I mean, isn't everyone?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm ashamed to admit I've played it for like an hour and 30 minutes today. I just sat here like, yeah, this is fun.
Well, anything else on your end?
Not really.
Well, I have been playing the expansion for the DLC for State of Decay Breakdown. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yes,
Yeah, that's okay.
I have.
Are you
I have.
okay?
Yeah.
Good. That sounded like your yes. Keep the conversation going. But yeah, I'm really loving that. Um, it's got the whole it's basic, like the difficulty steadily increases. Um, it's a lot more. It's basically, there's no story. It's just totally randomized, like free roam.
I can see how that'd be fun.
Yeah, it's just totally randomized free roam. The difficulty steadily increases. There's 10 levels, and they keep going. The resources are a lot more scarce, and now they never respawn. So
Hmm.
so when my method of playing actually works, where I scavenge literally everything in every town, no matter how big it is. It actually seems necessary now instead of just being mindless grinding. So I'm having a whole lot of fun with that. I actually when over the Thanksgiving holiday, I didn't have an internet connection because of where I was, but I actually did manage to beat Dead Rising 3.
Ooh,
Uh,
I've been enjoying your playthrough of it.
yeah, I will say this: Dead Rising 3 has by far the most depraved psychopaths of the whole trilogy.
I think so far you've only fought the
Yeah, you've only
guy
seen
who's like Maxwell.
yeah, you've only seen me fight him. The guy who's just all bitter at everything.
Yeah, when he was giving his reason for being all crazy, I was like, this is Maxwell.
And I guess that it's just like the other ones in that you have the ending and then you have overtime. Though the overtime mode in this one is a lot quicker than it seemed to be a lot quicker, a lot shorter than the other ones. And they really ended it in a way where it was like, oh yeah, they could definitely keep this going, and I hope they do because I love that series.
Unlike Dead Rising, the
Yeah.
first one, where it just ended and you're like, and that's the end of that.
Yeah. You were just I remember the ending of Dead Rising 1 and I was just like, well, that happened. I was kind of let down.
I was alright. I had closure. I was good.
Yeah.
I killed the love of my life.
Oh my god. That wasn't really closure though. That was just you. Yeah. And then you. How many times did it take you to beat the last boss? Like 3 tries?
Yeah.
Because you kept getting knocked off.
Also, because I always use stupid weapons, so when it came to like actual combat, I was just
Oh yeah,
awful.
because the last boss was the first one where you only had your hands, and you were like, I've never used my hands before.
Watching you play Dead Rising 3 though, like it really aggravates me
Uh-huh.
because it'll like I think I just finished the 8th part where you're getting the food and guns,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and like I see you going, all right, I need guns, and then you're walking through the helicopter, and there's just all this food around you, you're just completely ignoring it, and also like you have all these cool weapons, sure, but then you pass up an electric guitar and an amp.
Oh, actually, there's a good reason for that, and that's because I do not have the blueprint to make the combo weapon for electric guitar and amp.
Oh, I don't
So
even care. Like
yeah,
I would just have them and use them as a weapon. Like I
it's
wouldn't even make combo weapons. Just the idea of running through a crowd and hitting people with a guitar. That's why I play Dead Rising.
I don't know. I love all the combo weapons in that game,
I've
but
noticed.
I still have yet to get all of them. They still think I have a few blueprints left. And I can see them on the map. I just don't know how to get to them. So I beat that. I'm gonna start my playthrough real soon of Rise Son of Rome because I mean that it can get pretty repetitive, but god damn it looks beautiful and it's got a really cool story. So I ended up really enjoying that. In fact, I played on the hardest difficulty, but at the outset the second hardest is available, and I played on that and actually found it quite challenging. Then I tried to play on the hardest difficulty and couldn't pass the first level, so that
Wonderful.
yeah, that just just textbook. I thought I was cool and then I wasn't. So um other than that, I'm finally like on the brink of beating the Wonderful 101. And the main reason I haven't beat that yet is because I've been busy, been playing other stuff. And I remember I Skyped you the other day and I said, I keep thinking it's over and then it just keeps going,
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's like the Return of the King of video games. where
Just
where you
nope, still going. Okay.
yeah, where it keeps building this thing you're gonna do. It like I'm clearly on the last level, and it keeps building up everything I'm going to do as the coolest like in game. This is it, the act, and then I'll
Yeah.
do it, and then it'll be like, oh no, you still have this thing to do. And it's, I mean, I love that game, but I was just and I'm really gonna miss it. Max has been really wanting to play it because he loves Beautiful Joe,
Mhm.
and he was like how does it compare to Beautiful Joe, and I was like yeah, how would I said, can you try to imagine Beautiful Joe mixed with Pikmin, and he was like, no, I can't wrap my head around that. And I was like, well, I'll let you borrow it someday and you'll understand. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Also, since we last talked, I did beat Assassin's Creed 4, and I've actually like on the tail end of my writing my review for it, so I'm gonna submit that real soon. But I actually really enjoyed that. Basically fixed all the problems I had with Assassin's Creed 3, so that was all I could really ask for.
Yeah, it looks fun. Like if I had any interest in ever playing an Assassin's Creed game again, I'd probably get
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's what I mainly really liked about it is that well, first of all, my original idea, was I was gonna I was gonna 100% the game, of course, and
An
I
admirable.
yeah, and I think by the time I beat it, I had gotten to around I don't know, I think like 78, 82% or something, but eventually I just decided I was like, I've had a good run. I gave up. I was that guy who said he was gonna 100% it and gave up. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. Uh, play also the Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. Finally started playing that. I'm on World 5 now. And I can really see how that's going to be chaotic with 4 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I do pretty good on playing by myself. I've improved quite a bit since my Mario Galaxy days. I still remember when you were watching me play that, and I was like, I'm usually pretty good at Mario games, and you're like, no, you're not.
You're just. It
you're
was
you're
awful.
just. I still remember when I was just like, take me. I was like, take me. I'm pretty good at platformers, and you went, Smith, you're not.
It was like a simple jump, and we spent an hour there, and you had 99 lives, and by the time you did it, you had like 3. And the worst part was I sat there and watched you.
I remember I remember you were just like I remember at one point you just like put your face in the in the couch or whatever, and when you looked up I had like 40 lives left and you were just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Was it around when I had like 30 when you started trying to unplug the game?
Yep. That's about right.
God, that was awful, but I really do love 3D World, and I'm a lot better at it. I can probably count the actual times I've died on my hands so far, but I will say this. Excuse me. It is. I'm sorry to say that it is the first Mario game where I failed a level because I ran out of time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't even know how that happened. I forget if I got distracted, like I had to do something, and I just forgot to pause the game because who pauses games in this day and age. Uh,
Everyone.
but what'd you say?
I wasn't aware that not pausing games was cool.
I don't know. I don't know. I've just gotten into the habit of leaving it right where I was, but you know, but I don't know. I'd forget if it was just a long level or one with like a lot of little secret passages or anything like that. I just don't remember. All I remember is the I got to 100 seconds and I started flying through it as fast as I could, and I almost like the flag was in sight, and then time ran out, and I just felt like I should just give up right there because I ran out of time in a Mario game. Other than those, really not a whole lot. End of the year. Not pretty much. I pretty much have everything I'm gonna want to have until next year, and I don't even know what comes out at the beginning of next year. I'm gonna have to look that up. But what are your thoughts as far as upcoming goes? I'm really glad that Persona 5 is a PS3 exclusive. What about you?
Yes, I didn't know it was a PS3 exclusive, but I'm happy
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Or
it
is it
is.
PS3 or is it PS whatever?
No, it's PS3.
Oh, wonderful.
PS3 exclusive. And yeah, me and Max were just talking about that yesterday because I figured something like that was gonna happen. That's why I didn't trade in my PS3. It's why I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep keeping it around. Um, that's really all I've heard. I noticed on the Skype Maxwell was telling you about VGX, uh, the new Telltale game.
The
Uh,
Game of Thrones one.
was it Game of Thrones?
Apparently, it's a Game of Thrones one and a Borderlands one.
Yeah, they're doing one set in the Borderlands universe.
I need to get all my Telltale games because I love those games.
Yeah, you still haven't played The Wolf Among Us, right?
Nope. Or the DLC for
Walking Dead.
and season 2 I haven't played either. Is that out, season 2? I've seen a lot of
I
stuff for it. I don't know if it is
I,
out.
I saw a teaser for it, but I don't know if it's out.
Okay, I probably just saw the teasers then. But yeah, I haven't played the DLC or Wolf Among Us, and I want to rather badly.
Yeah, because Wolf Among Us is great. I think episode 2 for that is out. I need to play that. Um. Well, anyway, that's pretty much it for me. And
For
as
what you're
far,
looking forward to.
yeah, as far as what I'm looking forward to, what I've been doing, yeah, like the only things I know for sure that are coming out soon, or that the things that stick in my mind are Persona 5, and
Have you heard what's coming out next March?
no.
Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X Do HD remastered.
The HD, really? That's in March.
Yep, I'm getting that.
Of course you are.
So I can just be like, I scored a potion. Yeah. I want to change my outfit and fight evil monsters. Yeah.
I was just remembering when was it I was still remembering when was it you and Nelson who got into a huge argument when you said, Nelson, why is 10-2 so good?
No, I think it was someone else. I think out of all of us, Nelson probably enjoyed 10-2 the most.
Oh,
for
really?
reasons. For reasons.
For reasons. Of course it was Nelson.
Good times.
But yeah, I didn't know that came out in March. It was finally confirmed. I know that's been in development for the longest goddamn time.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna become the master of Blitzball again in 10?
Yes, that's actually like 100% the reason I'm gonna get it.
I was still remembering that all I remember is you really sucking it up in Blitzball, and you just promised me you would become good.
But I never did.
You didn't? I thought you said you were dominating people.
I could dominate the what's Kamari's people's name?
Oh, the Ronsos?
Yeah, I could dominate the Ronzo team, but that's because they're slow.
But you couldn't do anyone else.
No, especially the Guados, they were so good. Like I'd be like, oh cool, I got the ball, and then like he just rush up and like, and I'd be like, what?
I was just still remembering when I still think the best moment was when you accidentally gave up your best guy as a free agent.
Oh, it was Bardo or something.
Yeah. And your mouth just dropped and the controller slipped from your hand.
Just no.
You just turned it off. Oh my god, that was just the last straw for you. Just it wasn't even you being bad at the game, it was just you pushing the wrong button.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy was 10, right? Where you like press X and that means back or something, and circle means forward. It was one of those, right? Yeah.
I think it was something like that. Yeah. That was. It was weird. I don't even remember if you like accidentally flicked the stick or whatever either. But oh my god, that was great, and I'm glad to see that your passion for Blitzball hasn't died.
The only reason like I'm still like because I remember I was able to beat one team. It was the Luca team.
Oh yeah,
the douchebags like, oh, we're number 1.
Yeah, the ones who were supposed to be the best.
Yeah, and I beat them. It was pure luck, 100% luck that I beat them, but I still beat them, and I was just like, I'm the best blitzballer ever. I was just walking with great pride in my house that day. No one understood why, but I was good to go.
Well,
I actually played another game recently that had this sphere grid type thing.
Oh yeah, like the
which
level up system.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite level up systems in a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I love that one because I remember like the whole trick was like to make your character the best, you had to put them through their sphere grid, then put them specifically through someone else's grid.
Yeah, like Titus could go through Yuna's and someone else's.
Wasn't the whole twist like that like everyone was actually wasn't the twist that like Titus could be like the best heavy attacker in the game and like Yuna could be the best dark mage and stuff like that?
Yeah, because Yuna could go into Lulu.
Yeah.
So she'd have, and her magic would be really high from being white mage stuff, and I think Titus could either go into Yuna or Auron. Auron could go into whoever.
I still remember when that one time when we were in a really tight spot, and you were just switching out party members, and eventually you just went, "My God, Kamari sucks."
It's because he's supposed to be the most versatile, but He's so bad.
I remember, yeah, I
Like,
remember.
maybe if I only used him, then he might be good.
But I remember, like, after that fight, you just never used him again.
No, just put him right in the back of the party.
Oh
I
god.
sent, for fun, I sent Orin through Riku's.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
did
yeah. And he got really
abbreviations too.
fast.
Yeah, and that was fun because he'd be like, grenade, and he'd just reach into his stupid
Yeah.
coat thing.
Yeah. You would have him throwing grenades and stuff. I remember when I remember your favorite overdrive was Riku's mix.
Yeah, because it's like, what's it gonna be?
You'd be like hyper potion map.
Just throw it at them, hope it turns out for the best.
I remember that. What was that one time when what was God? I think it was like during Seymour, the second fight with Seymour, where you accidentally used a full restore on him.
Yeah, that was awful.
Oh, that was great. Um, okay, yeah. So I'm looking at like what we're gonna get the first 3 months of 2014, and yeah, you're right. 10 and 10-2 HD in March. Infamous Second Son in March. Titanfall and Dark Souls 2 also in March. South Park Stick of Truth in March.
Divinity Original Sin.
Yeah,
I
in
don't know what that is. It just
February. Yeah, Divinity. Did you never play Divine Divinity?
nope. But I'm tempted to
Divinity
now.
Original Sin is a prequel to Divine Divinity.
I'll have to. Yeah, I see it. Divine Divinity. This looks fun. I may have to
uh,
play this.
Lords of Shadow 2 and yeah, Lords of Shadow 2, Earth Defense Force 2025.
Always a must buy.
And yeah, it's pretty much all the ones that look cool in first quarter. They're coming out with they calling it the definitive edition of Tomb Raider on the PS4 and Xbox One, and I really like the new Tomb Raider, but I don't know. I probably won't just buy it again, you know.
That new South Park game's coming out.
Yeah, in March.
Is
Or
that
I
gonna be
said
a
that.
buy for you?
I said that a while ago.
Oh, did you? I wasn't paying attention to you.
Yeah,
I was
it
looking at
it
Divine
probably
Divinity.
it probably will be, especially after the latest episodes that were about the console war.
I haven't seen them.
And it was a trilogy. It was basically like just Game of Thrones. And they even had, you know how Stick of Truth has been delayed a lot.
Yeah.
There was a part where he says something like, "Who cares? Everyone knows that gaming companies are just run by a bunch of douches who promise you they're going to release a game and then never do."
Good to
Which,
know they understand themselves.
yeah. Clearly they know what kind of reputation they've built up. But yeah, I think only real next gen games I'm looking forward to, and they're Titanfall and Second Son. Have you seen anything of Titanfall?
Yeah, it looks cool. I
Yeah,
mean, I've seen like the bare minimum.
yeah, but I just love how it's made by the original heads of Infinity Ward after Activision kicked them out and replaced them with Activision loyalists.
Yeah.
Which, is kind of a low move. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, yeah, first 3 months, yeah, looks pretty good. And now you've got Divine Divinity on your list to play,
Yep, just adding stuff to play.
so that this has not been totally fruitless. Um, Not really as far as, the infamous V board goes. There's not really a whole lot going on. Things always start to wind down towards the end of the year because, the big releases have run its course,
Mm-hmm.
uh console wars are starting to die down finally. Now, So now basically, you're just back on the usual, Ocarina of Time is the greatest game that's ever been. And your usual threads. But I feel like there's have you heard of a game called Bravely Default?
No.
Me either. But apparently they love it. I don't even know what it is. It's something Japanese, and we all know, yeah. So
I have you don't pay attention to mods because you're not a PC guy.
yeah.
But this is unrelated. Have you seen the or heard of the Skyrim mod that lets you become the Emperor?
No, I haven't.
I'm playing that right now. It's pretty fun. It lets you become the Emperor and then fight the Thalmor out of Skyrim.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you actually done anything as the Emperor yet?
I've just become the It pretty much it starts off as you become the governor of Helgen, like a
Oh yeah,
remade Helgen,
yeah.
and then you go from there. And then just as things go, you start like getting pissed off with the Thalmor and be like, we should do something about this. But pretty
That's
much you have to be do the Imperial quests for like the Legion quest first,
uh-huh.
and then you have to do the Dark Brotherhood or the whatever the Secret Service for the Emperor quests
Yeah,
to take off your predecessor.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it ties it all pretty well. It's all
Okay,
pretty fully voiced, even though the voice
okay.
work's kind of shoddy.
Oh, yeah, but the fact it's cool that everyone is voiced.
Yeah,
Okay, I just saw that Walking Dead season 2 starts in 2 weeks.
yeah.
So, yeah,
It won't come out till 2014.
yeah, uh, yeah, or close to it.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So yeah, pretty much. That's all really all that's going down with us. End of the year, things are winding down. How cold is it up there, by the way? I've been meaning to ask.
It's warmed up in
Really?
the well, not like warm,
Yeah,
but
but
I think it's in the positives because all the snow melted.
okay.
We had a really not huge snowstorm, but it was like maybe 4 inches.
Yeah, all this week we were in the I want to say mid 70s, and then today, and then over the weekend, then on Friday it dropped into like the 30s, and so things are finally like winter up here or down here, I guess I should say.
Oh, right now it's -5. Whatever.
Yeah, because you're just sitting in your room on the coldest setting.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it by now. I think the low today is -11,
Nice.
which in Fahrenheit is 23. I
Yeah,
realize you don't use Celsius.
yeah, because yeah. All right, well, I guess that's pretty much it for our gaming side of things.
All right. I guess we'll go into some good old-fashioned fan fiction theater.
And your choice today is
Since we covered romance pretty well in the last one,
yeah, that
I
that
figured
was
we'd have a foray into one of my favorite games of all time, Dynasty Warriors, and it's
yes.
I think it's supposed to be an adventure. I'm not sure. It's a 7-parter, but we'll just do the first chapter, see how we like it. If we want to continue it, we'll continue it.
I I feel like we could always fall back on Sonic's Ultimate Harem.
I wanted to, but you're the one who felt uncomfortable with it.
I didn't feel okay, yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I felt really uncomfortable.
It was probably
I
my
felt
voices that didn't help.
I felt even more uncomfortable when I actually, believe it or not, I should have mentioned this while I was on V, or while I was talking about V. I actually saw that fic linked the other day on V. They were in a horrific fan fiction thread, and someone had the gall to point out that this man went on to make Shadow's Ultimate Hero.
Oh, we had to read that
So,
one.
you know, maybe that one's better.
Doubtful, but we're still gonna read it. All right.
Feel like
Well, this one's called Shu's journey, the journey to Shu.
It's the divine divinity of fanfics.
It's by a guy called BurnedSmackdown.
Yeah.
The characters in it. It's a Dynasty Warriors one, of course. Featuring Liu Bei, Sun Shang-Xiang, Dao Chan, and Lu Bu, among others.
Of course.
Smith here will be taking the part of Lu Bu. He has. Have I linked it to you, Smith?
Yeah, I've got it up right here.
Okay, so I think your first line would be that second one.
Okay, yeah, the second one. And you'll just be doing everyone else.
Let me look. I've only read like up to halfway through, so I don't know if I want to.
Oh, since with all the Dynasty Warriors you play, I totally expect you to know exactly who everyone is.
I know most of these people, but like, I don't know. They've added so many characters. There's like 5 Yuan something, like Xiao, Shu, Shang. There's like 3 of them, and they all look the same to me.
I still love how when you linked me that other one that you ended up saying was kind of lame.
Yeah.
I said where Dao Chan is the main girl, and I said, "Don't you always marry Dao Chan in Dynasty Warriors?" And you went, "Nah, Sun Shang, whatever the fuck her last name is. By far the best girl in the game. Dao Chan just happens to be hotter."
Fact. Anyone who's played Dynasty Warriors regularly will agree with me. Probably not. I haven't met anyone who loves Dynasty Warriors as much as me.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. It does seem like a really easy series to get into.
Yeah, well, all my friends.
Maybe not with the same level of zest that you've gotten into it, but
yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Before we start,
we'll start off.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and be a bit more high class with this one. Hopefully, we will because it's less risque.
Yeah, just played a bit more straight.
All right. So I don't know who this first guy is talking, so I'm just gonna use my normal voice.
Apparently, it's Zhang Fei.
Oh, Zhang Fei, actually. ZH sounds. All right, so we'll just start.
ZH sounds.
ZH sounds like J in Chinese.
Yeah. Okay.
You dumb piece. Anyways, you drank all of my wine.
You stupid pig. If I did, I would have said so.
Those 2 loud voices that echoed throughout Shaipi Castle, and both Guan Yu and Liu Yan both sighed in extreme annoyance, knowing who owned those voices. Sounds like Lu Bu and Zhang Fei are arguing again, Liu Yan said in annoyance, combing a hand through his gray hair, and he hates when Zhang Fei and Lu Bu argue, seeing it. Seems to be over nothing most of the time. But it mostly takes either Guan Yu or Liu Yan to physically defuse the situation when Dao Chan isn't around to talk the 2 down. Why did my cousin let Lu Bu join us? You know, my brother, he can't say to someone that he is homeless, even if they are someone like Lu Bu. But considering how he and Zhang Fei tend to fight a lot, it'd not have been one of the greatest ideas. Guan Yu said, stroking his beard, as they continued to hear the argument continue. Agreed. Well, let's split them up again, Liu Yan said, saying again in extreme annoyance, as the 2 head over to the 2. And when they got there, they see, much to Liu Yan's relief, Dao Chan was already there, and it seemed that she had calmed Lu Bu by how he was storming away, and Dao Chan sees the 2 looking at her, while Zhang Fei was busy grumbling to himself. I apologize for troubling you 2, my lords, about Lu Bu's arguing with Lord Zhang Fei again, she said, being truthful, seeing it was no secret that Lu Bu's and Zhang Fei's arguments never did sit well with the 2 warriors. Why did my brother bring him in? He's a no-good, untrustful traitor, Zhang Fei exclaimed loudly. Zhang Fei is not enough, brother. He had his reasons, and you do not question him, Guan Yu said, being serious, and all around him were a little terrified, seeing that apart from Zhang Liao and Zhang Fei, Guan Yu was the strongest warrior under Lu Bu, and when he's serious, you don't mess with him. Me and Lord Lu Bu owe Lord Liu Bei for taking us in when we had no home, and I'll be grateful for that, Diao Chen said, folding her hands in front of her. And she was once again truthful, seeing she and Lu Bu wandered the land when they had no home. Yeah, brother's always kind no matter who, but his kindness will get him killed one day, Zhang Fei said, scratching his messy hair while sneering in annoyance. Sadly, I have to agree with you there, 'cause he's just too kind, Liu Yan said, putting his hands onto his hip as he had to admit that Liu Bei's kind heart will one day might just cost him.
This is stupid. Liu Bei is a stupid fool, just like Dong Zhao.
Lu Bu grumbled angrily as he stomps down the path. Oh, this is me. Be careful what you say, he heard, and he stops where he is to look to his right and saw Zhang Liao leaning against a wall, arms crossed over his chest. He did give us a home, and treats us much better than Dong Zhuo ever did.
He's still a fool with his stupid idea of trying to restore the Han when it's clearly done,
Lu Bu said, not caring he insulted Liu Bei, seeing he never did give a damn about any authority figure in his life, and he'll be damn if he did now. Yeah. But still, look. What he doesn't choose to fight, but yet many warlords find him as a threat due to his kind heart, and how he can draw many warriors, even great ones, to him, like yourself, for example, and don't say it was due to Cao Cao. You were drawn to Liu Bei, Zhang Liao said. And Lu Bu hates to admit that Zhang Liao had a point. True, he came to Liu Bei to oppose Cao Cao, who had been growing in power. That even the likes of Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu feared him. But something deep inside Lu Bu made him be drawn to Liu Bei, and of cause Zhang Liao had to be the one that knows it, seeing Lu Bu will never say it out loud. But Zhang Liao is his closest friend, and seeing he had been with Lu Bu since the start, and he is such a great warrior that he could easily rival Guan Yu and Zhang Fei.
Doesn't mean I have to like him,
Lu Bu grumbled as he crossed his arms over his massive chest. Ha! I wouldn't expect any different from you, Zhang Liao chuckled as he pushes himself off the wall and pats Lu Bu on the shoulder. Before walking off, and Lu Bu just snorts and heads off somewhere. Somewhere else, in the dead of night, in a secluded location, Cheng Gong breathes onto his hands while he rubs them together to warm them up, due to the snow all around him being really cold, while he hastily looks around as he waits there, and soon hears a pair of footsteps approach and turns around.
About time you showed,
he said impatiently, as the two men that were there, the two top strategists of Cao Cao and his army, Guo Jia and Jia Shu. Did anyone follow you? Guo Jia asks in a relaxed tone of voice as usual, while also looking around, seeing if the strategist had lured him and his associates into a trap.
No one followed me, but all of the officers that have freely served Lu Bu are in on this plan of ours,
Cheng Gong said, informing the two of the situation. You be this guy. I can't do another voice.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I see. It appears your defection plan will be more effective now.
Jia Shu scratching his little beard, glad that is. Guo Ji is in Cheng Gong's plan of having Cheng Gong leading a revolt and claim Shu province from Yuan Shu's assistance, with Yuan Shu's assistance, that Cao Cao can eliminate the threat of both Liu Bei and Lu Bu, like saying, kill two birds with one stone. This is your guy. No, it's my guy. Well then, Master Chengong, I think you should put your plan into motion and take Shu province, and I promise you that Lord Cao Cao will reward you greatly, Guo Jia said, smiling calmly at the fellow strategist.
Yes, I'll send word to Lord Cao Cao once I've succeeded. Be ready.
Chengong said before rushing off to prepare to carry out the plan. Good luck, Guo Jia calls before Chengong's retreating figure disappears from sight, leaving the two strategists where they were.
Lord Cao Cao really isn't going to help him now, is he?
Jia Shu asked his fellow strategist with an amused smirk. Oh, 'cause our lord is still not happy about how Chengong helped him escape Luo Yang from Dong Zhuo's trap that one time to only have him betray him and give Buyang Castle to Lu Bu before he retook it, so he gave him this false idea of false friendship, Guo Jia said amusingly to his friends before starting to walk away.
Apart from your easy attitude, you really are such a devil when it comes to strategies.
Jia Shu laughs, joining his friend in returning to the Wei camp.
Well, I must say,
Much shorter than the last one.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And easier to read.
Much easier. Though I will say this, I will say this. When you said what you said a while ago, when you said, and I'm sure my voices weren't helping either.
Yeah.
Whenever it got really bad, I would just turn the volume on my mic down and keep reading with you. and I'll just be like, okay, this is a part I need to talk. But the worst part is, like, I would turn it down and I'd be like, okay, I'm good. And I would turn it back up and you would be like, bow. And I'd be like, shit.
I do like making voices.
Well, earlier when you were like, name a game, and I was like, I can't do that again in good conscience. and then you just went, you will be playing the part of Lou motherfucking just went awesome.
Lu Bu. I like how Lu Bu sounded exactly like Jia Shu. I'm gonna try and be ambitious with this one. I may add, make drawings for each scene.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get ambitious with this.
That'd be a fruitful use of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to look ahead more and decide who's gonna be who, and I'll have different voices for each of them.
Yeah, I gave like 1940s radio guide to Guo Jia. And Zhang Liao was like a superhero.
I was just remembering when you were playing the last Dynasty Warriors. I watched you play one of the Empires games.
Yeah.
When you had like taken over a whole bunch of territories, and then one day Lu Bu betrayed you and he allied with like your biggest rival.
Yep.
And you were like, I'm done. Why would I even play anymore?
Yeah, and he also, I think the worst part was because I made when I play Empires, I make like all you guys in it as my friends.
Yeah.
And the worst part is like you, Nelson, and one of my friends, Victoria, all left with him. And I was just like, my greatest generals
all went to join Lu Bu.
And the worst part was my guy wasn't even like evil or anything. He was like the nicest guy.
Yeah, I remember that was your nice guy playthrough.
Yeah, I had much more fun with my evil guy playthrough.
Because you just slaughtered everyone.
I joined. It was like the scenario where it's when Duang Zhou is trying to betray everyone.
Yeah.
So I joined his faction, and I became one of his top-ranking strategists. And then I took Diao Chan from Lu Bu. Then I betrayed Dong Zhuo. Then I joined another kingdom and conquered half of that. Then I rebelled from that kingdom and conquered half that guy's land. And I never beat it, but
I remember talking with you on that one because I remember you being like, "Do I really want to seduce Dao Chan away from Lube?"
And I did, and he hated me so much. Like every battle, it was really neat because every battle that was with him, he would appear like on the opposite end of the map and be like, "You!" and then just gun it straight for me.
I remember that. Oh
I love
god.
Dynasty Warriors.
All your best stories are from Dynasty Warriors. I still remember back when we were in like middle school and 99 Nights came out. And remember that?
Yeah.
And we were playing through it, and you liked it because it was just like a more over the top Dynasty Warriors.
Yep, but now Dynasty Warriors is like that.
Yeah, and I remember when you were doing one of the first levels, you were going along, and this is before I played any Dynasty Warriors, and one of the main girl to her troops said, she was like, "No, do not falter," and then you went, "Fuck!"
Yeah. The most said line in any game or in any Dynasty Warriors game.
And I was like, "What?" And you said, "Do not falter" is literally every other line of dialogue in Dynasty Warriors.
It's gotten a lot better now since they made so many of the like random officers like actual playable characters now, and so they have their own lines of dialogue. But before, since there was like so many people that were just generic officers, and the generic line was, "The enemy is tough, do not falter."
And you just got tired of it.
Especially because I would go to my dad's lab and just plug it into the conference room TV and just play Dynasty Warriors 3 Empires for hours.
Yeah.
So I think like by hour 3, my mind was just numb, and I was just pressing square and just hearing them go, "Do not falter, do not falter, do not falter."
Well, everyone, there you have it. Beginning of a new day in fan fiction theater history.
Yep.
End of year wrap up, pretty much.
We'll have I think Nelson will have his internet once more, and we'll do another end of year podcast like we did last year.
Yeah, ideally.
I may be there, I may not.
And anyway, enjoy, and as always, tune in for the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, is that...
I will just stop recording this.
Okay.
Just one. Yeah.